Hello, friends, and welcome back to another Needlessly Nostalgic. I'm one of your hosts, Tyler Nichols, with my other host, Mr. Lance Velchek. Lance, we had a tough time with Halloween 2018, but both of us were really looking forward to its sequel. Today we're covering Halloween Kills. How pumped are you for this?
I mean, I'm always excited to talk Halloween movies. You know, it's been a while since I've got to watch all these in a row. I haven't seen Kills in a couple of years at least. So yeah, I mean, this was the one that I think really divided people, because 2018, I think everybody loved it, and then this came out. I remember this having a lot of issues and people getting really weird about it. So I'm kind of curious to talk to you about it, because I know that we've had different opinions on the Gordon Green trilogy. So I'm curious now. You've seen this again. Where do you land?
Well, where did you do you have a good recall for where you were when this film came? Because this was like a pandemic film that released the same time on HBO Max as well as theaters. So I assume you saw this on HBO Max.
The second release, actually, I remember. Because I don't know if you remember, but they sold this in kind of a weird way. They were like, you know, this is going to be meaner, bloodier. It's more vicious. So like they were using a lot of keywords that I was like, ooh. No, I was very skeptical because, you know, I hate 2018s. So I was there opening night with my TV, and it was interesting. It was interesting. What about you? Were you in the theater?
No, I didn't. I don't think I saw this one in the theaters at all, but I watched it right upon release that midnight. I part of me thinks they were bad about putting it up, though. I feel like it didn't go up at midnight. It was like maybe 12:30 or something. I just remember there being something where it was like, why the fuck is this not available yet? What is going on? So I remember HBO Max was just like weird with those same day releases. Sometimes shit wouldn't actually release till like 4 a.m.
You might be right. I don't know. I don't remember that. I mean, but then again, this wasn't like an important moment in my life. This was Halloween Kills, but I do remember I saw it the day it released. So maybe it was 12:30, maybe it was 2. But because I remember the feeling of being like, oh, this is a strange one, huh?
Yeah, and I had to do the review for Joe Blow, so I remember watching it and then watching it again in the morning. Like I watched it at the midnight release, and then as soon as I woke up, I watched it again, and I think wrote my review while watching it again. That way I could get all my thoughts exactly how I wanted them to be. And I mean, I loved this film when it first came out. I'm less hot on it now, but it's still my favorite in the David Gordon Green series. It's definitely a very fun time. Oh, you know what? It might have actually been for Modern Horror Movie Talk that I did this for. Might have been one of those. Because I just looked it up and it looks like Jimmy did the actual official review with Joe Blow.
I mean, it was Modern Horror Movie Talk.
Yeah.
Because you did ends for that, so I guess Kills wouldn't be that far out of the realm of possibility.
Yeah, this was still when I was just dipping my toes and doing reviews, and yeah, thankfully those late night reviews are tough to do anyway. I mean, I think that's one thing that people don't understand when you're seeing something the night of. Then there's the audience a lot of the time has a lot more time to have the movie sit with them versus most critics. You got to do it like right when you're leaving the theater, and that can be tough to like formulate all your opinions and get everything I don't know, succinct. And so it's always been a struggle for me.
I think I've only done a couple in my life that I had to do that for. And I'm so bad at names where like I think I'd have like anxiety attacks because I'd be like, okay, I'd have to have IMDb up and like, is that the guy? I'm not sure if that's the guy. Kind of looks like the guy, but I don't know. And so yeah, I can't imagine you doing this all the time. That sounds stressful, but yeah, keeps you sharp.
Meanwhile, I do it all the time because I'm essentially the resident. Hey, this movie sucks, and they're not doing press screenings. Go see it opening night. So then I have to then do that review that night. And my theater's fucking weird, where they do like a lot of their opening night, especially for horror movies. they only have one showing and it's at like 9 o'clock. I'm like, son of a bitch. This is absurd. Sometimes I have to go to a different theater just so I can see it at a normal time. Like I went to a theater 15 minutes away to see Bloodlines because it was like a 3:30 showing. Meanwhile, the earliest I could see it at my theater was like 8:30. So it's like I had the review, I had the video review done before my what would have been the showtime for my my actual theater. Like bastards. I don't know why they do that. But thankfully we're able to both see this at home, and I kind of miss those days. The concurrent release, that was always really nice for me.
I loved it. People are like, yeah, it's gonna. I don't give a shit. I loved it, dude. I saw Mortal Kombat. I saw this. I saw
Dune. Dune was even same day.
Yeah. I saw Dune. It was great. It was just. I love it, man. I mean, it's more my thing. I've been clear about this. The theaters. I like the theater experience. I just hate people. Yeah, so if you could remove people from the equation, theaters would be my go-to, but I can't control people. So in my own house, I can. And this was something. Halloween Kills is an interesting little movie. That is for sure.
Yeah, it's a fun, like it's very, very, very silly in how it approaches a lot of things. Like I thought that, like my first viewing, I thought this was a lot more serious than it actually is.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah, like for some reason I was like, I took everything like just deathly serious with this one. But I mean, it even has, so I watched this with commentary, and like David Gordon Green mentions that he texted Will Patton. It was like, hey, even though you got run over by a car, get ready, you're coming back.
Yeah, like, that was the first sign of like, oh, okay, this wasn't planned out. Because like I said before, him in the neck was, I mean, is it the jugular? He's dead anyway. And then Sartain, whatever his name is, runs him over as a little bit of a nightcap, a little finisher mover. I'm like, okay, he's meant to be absolutely dead. So this is just like, but again, I get it. He's the most charming actor in this series. Yeah, why would you? I mean, them killing him off anyway, I thought was stupid. Usually directors would have that filmed and then be like, you know what, in the dailies, I think Patton's too charming. Let's actually reshoot that. So the fact that they left that in, I think is kind of weird.
Yeah, you would think that, because I mean, every film goes through reshoots, so you would think that they would just do a quick pickup with that. But it's also strange because we start the movie with Cameron. It's Allison's boyfriend that like seemingly cheats on her at the dance and is a total dick. Which then I feel like they try to give him a bit of, I don't know. They try to make him into a decent guy in this, which then kind of shows the lack of planning, because it's like, wait a minute, these don't even feel like the same character from last film to this one.
Dude, you nailed it. And well, that's kind of why I love this movie, is because this is probably the sloppiest movie of the series. And I love it for that, because it is absolutely tackling subjects, changing characters. It's doing all this without any thought or planning. Nothing is earned. It's like a random sequel. It's like if all the movies existed, all the Halloweens existed, this sequel is like an amalgamation of like, okay, I like this movie and this movie, that exists in my mind. That part from this movie is kind of cool, so that exists. What if this was the theme? Like you said, Cameron. This movie, It's not the same character. They like a minute ago, he was a piece of shit. And in this movie, he's a great guy. And Allison sees him and she's immediately like, how are you, babe? I'm like, yeah, okay, sure. And also,
she's been through so much.
I want to start off because I think, I get to your spiel. Should I wait for your spiel?
Oh yeah. Fuck. I almost blanked on it, but yeah, let's Halloween Kills from 2021, directed by David Gordon Green, from a script by, it's just Scott. Wait, was Scott Teems was not with them the last time. There was a different third. No, Scott Teems, Danny McBride, and David Gordon Green. The cast that includes Jamie Lee Curtis, Judy Greer, Andy Matichak, James Jude Courtney as The Shape. We also have Nick Castle appearing in one scene. I don't even know what scene that is this time around. And also, we actually have a third Michael Myers. Mr. Aaron Armstrong plays the 1978 flashback Michael, which is interesting. Also, Will Patton, Jim Cummings, Robert Longstreet, Charles Cyphers and Mr. Anthony Michael Hall. Gotta love the return of Mr. Tommy Doyle.
Yes. I know a lot of people were bitching, and I was at first too that they didn't get what's his face? Oh my gosh, from Part 6.
Paul Rudd.
But after watching this, it's like, oh no, they made the right decision because Anthony Michael Hall steals this entire movie.
He's so much fun.
I want to get into the beginning because I actually thoroughly enjoy this opening, though I think if it done by another director, it would have been 1,000 times better. I think David Gordon Green is fucking terrible. I think this looks like a goddamn TV commercial. I think how he films Michael is weird. I think all this is like, it's close, but no cigar. So there's an awkwardness to it. But I do kind of appreciate the fact that they're just like, he just got caught. He just stopped. Because, this should have been the opening of the first movie, if I'm being honest, of 2018. Because it's like, how did they capture Michael? He disappeared. And this is like, what if he just went back home and then stopped? It's like, again, concept wise, it's the stupidest thing ever. But I kind of love that they're trying their best there. Does that make sense? Like, I know I'm going to come off more optimistic right now, but there's something earnest about this where it's like, you guys are really doing your best. And like, you're just not nailing it. But I appreciate the effort. Dude, what do you think about this opening scene?
This movie establishes that all Michael wants is to just go into his sister's room and stare out the window. That's
the
all he
weirdest
wants.
retcon ever.
Yeah, that's all he wants. He just wants to stare out that fucking window. And he does it multiple times during this film. You're like, wait a minute. He really that's all he cares about is staring out this fucking window. It brings him peace.
It's so stupid. But again, why? Okay, listen, I love Halloween Kills. And the reason I love it is because it is the stupidest movie of the franchise. And I'm saying that as somebody who loves Part 6. I think this is like a sister movie to Part 6 because it has really dumb ideas, but they take them deathly serious. Yeah. It's deathly serious. I'm trying to think of the better wording for that. But yes, because this opening scene, everything about this thing, let's put it in like a script, okay? Like Lonnie runs into Michael. The cops are chasing him. Michael's kind of just walking through. Great mask, by the way. I think this is my favorite mask outside of 1.
Yeah, I was just about to say, this is like a perfect recreation of the first mask where, yeah, this is the best mask since 1. I wish that we could have gotten this kind of mask in other films.
Right? But it's like, okay, we got this set up. Michael's around. This is like, okay, what happens after he fell off the balcony? Like, again, in concept, I like all this.
Yeah, Jim Cummings.
Jim Cummings is actually, I think, the biggest problem here. Not him personally, but it's like that. So, okay, 1, he dies because his partner takes a shot that no cop would ever take. It's like there's no. It's like it's so weird that's essentially the going like, okay, Will Patton is just a moron.
Yeah,
and then Michael just walks down and is hit a couple times, and that's it. And then also, okay, I love that they use prosthetics to make Loomis, and I think the voice is decent. But I watched this a couple times yesterday and today, and I find the dialogue that he says so corny that I now can't get over it. Like, I remember it being a little cooler, but he's like, "Did he kill again? Did he kill again?" It's just, what the fuck does that even matter?
Yeah, who cares?
It doesn't. That's not the Loomis would be more like. I kind of like that Loomis like tried to put a bullet in his head. I was like, okay, that's my Loomis. Just immediately goes to like murder. But
yeah,
Michael gets stopped by. He doesn't kill the cops. He just stops. It's like, well, that's stupid, but it's a cool shot. So this is the movie to me where I'm like, that's really stupid, but I like the pause.
And also, it makes so much less sense too because we already saw that Michael, when he's cornered, he just fucking wrecks people. We saw him kill a bunch of firefighters, and obviously the end of the film, like what the this is not the Michael that they show in 1978 doesn't even match unless that's Michael learning his lesson of like, oh, if I submit to these people right now, then gonna be a problem. I'm gonna be stuck in this mental asylum for 40 years.
Yeah, but then that's logic, and it's like Michael shouldn't be thinking. I mean, this flashback scene doesn't fit the movie and it doesn't fit the character. And to be fair though, the firefighter scene, right? That's pretty much comes right after this.
Yeah.
I love it. I absolutely love it. But I think there should be a bigger argument how that is absolutely not Michael Myers.
Yeah.
Like that's not in any way Michael Myers. Like I like it because it's not, but Michael is into like being brutally cool and fucking like, yeah, sticking, like he's like going out of his way. In this whole movie, he like goes out of his way to be like cruel, which, you know, I mean, I guess depending what movies we're taking into account, but this is saying that only the first one exists. That isn't necessarily the same Michael.
Yeah.
You know, Michael didn't kill every single person he walked across in the first one. He seemed a little more opportunistic, like a wild dog. Whereas in this one, like he's going out of his way to kill people who he would have left alone in the first one, which I'm fine with. But again, a lot of people are complaining about the ones that came before this about how that wasn't Michael's too violent. So I want to point out that this is not Michael either.
Oh no, this is not. This is Jason Voorhees in terms of how much he's fucking killing people, and he just goes insane. Like he just is killing fools left and right. Which also, I think this also establishes. Oh, when we get our further establishment of that freezes.
Yes,
we got the freeze again,
which I like. It's stupid, but I like it.
Yeah, that's fun. I also like the burning pumpkins in the title sequence.
Can I ask you real quick? Is this a slightly different theme than the last one? Because I don't remember the last one having that like, oh my gosh, I think of Edward Scissorhands and stuff like that. It's who's Tim Burton's composer? Elfman. Yeah, they're like, like, I like that a lot. I was like, I don't remember that in the other one.
Yeah, Carpenter changes the score slightly with all three of the David Gordon Green films.
This is my favorite. I mean, outside the original, I think this is my favorite. I love that, like that choiry sound he adds.
Nice. I still like the 2018 score, but listen to our ranking episode. We're going to go through all of the themes, and I was actually quite shocked at some of the themes, just as a little bit of a tease, because there's some themes where I'm like, wait, was this in the movie? Like, I didn't realize it sounded like this. Sounds very different, but no, this I like the theme, and I like all the pumpkins, and obviously if that motif with the burning, it's like that's fun, because I don't know if we talked about in 2018 of how the pumpkin just like it's rotting and then it's reverse photographed and it comes back, but it has like this weird CGI look to it. I don't like it because they shot it practically, but they must have done some weird enhancements. These actually look like pumpkins.
Yeah, this is cool. It's a cool opening. I think it's fun.
Yeah.
Then we open to two characters who are at a towny bar and are telling people to be quiet because they're there for the talent show at a bar. I would be like, who the fuck says it? Like you're at a bar.
Yeah. It's fucking stupid. And it's, if anything, it's like, oh, remember these people from last film? We saw them. Well,
this whole scene is stupid because, again, this is setting up something which I'm going to keep saying this. I think the concept's awesome. I love the concept of this whole town being like haunted by these murders, except for it's not earned because only the first movie exists. And in the first movie, they make no mention. In fact, the whole movie is saying like, Laurie, I think you're a bit crazy. It's like, is she? Because it seems like there's like 4 dudes that show up every Halloween and make a speech at a bar. Like, why wouldn't Laurie be there? Why wouldn't they be friends with her? Why wouldn't the contacts here? Why wouldn't the town be more like involved if it's such a fucking experience? Oh, because you didn't think of it. So in this one, you're just going all in, which why would the nurse who didn't seem very close with Loomis in the first one anyway. I mean, it wasn't more like she was just like on the shift and they kind of like had a relationship enough for him to like pay her off. It's like, why the fuck is she hanging out in Haddonfield?
Yeah.
Why is she with these kids?
When they're hanging out, and I guess this is technically the night of, like, it's still 2018, though. That is another element of this I didn't even think about till just now. Is this means like Halloween 2018? It must have ended at like 8 p.m.
Yes, Michael was killing it like at like 5:35 when it just gets dark in Illinois.
Yeah, because otherwise, like, this night is way too long in terms of just the bar being open, it being so active outside. Because that's just not, especially in a Midwest town. It's not, you're not going to have this level of activity. But meanwhile, it's like they're fucking going hard. And yeah, we already had 2018 where there was a bunch of shit happening that night.
Yeah.
This is me coming to this realization right now of like, wait a minute, what the fuck? Like, yeah, 2018, I mean, 9 p.m. at the latest that would have had to have ended.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unless, I guess also you could say that the scene takes place. Like, you could say like this bar scene is taking place while all the stuff is happening at Laurie's house.
That's a good point. Because they just see the TV about the bus. So yeah, I mean, fair enough. It does excuse, though, that it doesn't make sense as a scene that this nurse would be hanging out with basically kids. They wouldn't know each other. They wouldn't all be giving a speech. Like, the speech doesn't really make sense because it's like, well, Tommy Doyle might have an effect, but it just doesn't. To me, it's like, this scene makes sense if you've seen the movies, but it doesn't make sense if we're trying to like think about this in a logical sense. Like, these guys wouldn't be together. It wouldn't be this important thing. Again, it's the first movie again, 2018, where I'm being told how important the events are, but it doesn't seem to line up with what would really happen. Especially because you established the town wasn't sort of crazy to begin with in the first one. So them having this like deep, meaningful like speech to me it's like, dude, I get it.
Speech. Oh, Tommy's speech is like one of the greatest elements of this movie. Cause yeah, you're right of them doing the whole, why are a couple teenagers getting killed 40 years ago? Why is this such a big deal? Cause again, the hospital staff didn't die. That movie's been retconned. All these other people did not die. Those have all been retconned. So it's like, it's just 4 teenagers. And so what is the point of this? And also, Lindsay and Tommy were 7, 8 years old.
Yes.
They didn't have Michael Myers like breaking through a fucking bathroom coming after them and like seeing him killing a cop and all this shit like in Rob Zombie's version. They didn't see shit. And then they got sent over to the Mackenzies.
Yes.
Or it's like, they shouldn't be this traumatized by it, have this level of PTSD.
No.
Like Lonnie, maybe he had a run-in with Michael.
Which again is another kind of retcon of that. They're just adding that in. So it's like, okay, maybe him fine. But again, it's one of those things where it's like, yes, I think on paper, I like all these ideas, but nothing's earned. Like, all the sequels had to exist. That's what I keep saying. I mean, that's where this movie in particular only works if like a bunch of sequels exist, because the level of fear and paranoia does not add up, again, because we were told that Laurie was crazy.
Yeah.
And putting these characters together, it's like, but they wouldn't be together. And then having Brackett, who's like 98, like, oh my God, working at the hospital. It's like, even if a man is retired, he's too old. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He's past retirement age, which I love me some Charles Cyphers, but the man did also pass away like just a couple years after this movie. He was knocking on death's door.
I mean, you could tell.
Yeah.
But I want to give a positive, something that I didn't catch the first time. I caught it and forgot it, but I at least want to bring it up here, is that Michael hides in the gun case. And I guess which I was like, even though he's superhuman in this and they don't even try to hide it, I think that's a smart way to kind of keep away from the flames and the smoke. And I was like, okay, that's kind of clever.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Which it also kind of clarifies that he probably would have died if the firefighters just had not gone in there.
Yes. 100%. 100%.
Which is pretty fucking funny. Like, good job, you dummies. You fucking dummies. That's why I don't even feel bad for any of them dying.
I do like that he comes out and they all start like prepping for a fight. It's so over dramatic and like, maybe this is true. Maybe that's how it goes. But even the guy starting the chainsaw is like, that seems a bit intense.
Yeah. Like, why are you doing all of this stuff for this old man that's walking out with a Halloween mask on? Like, do you guys know the legend of Michael already to this extent?
Exactly.
I've listened to this film in the past with commentary, but I couldn't finish this time. Fucking Jamie Lee Curtis and Judy Greer as well. She was kind of just like a mini Curtis in this. just insufferable. She would like, it was so frustrating. At one point, which I like, Jamie Lee Curtis is like praising Righteous Gemstones. And then Greer starts praising Eastbound and Down. But then it was just like this thing where it's like, okay, back on track, folks. Like David Gordon Green is trying to give some interesting information, but he's just constantly interrupted by someone like Jamie Lee Curtis going, oh, it's amazing. Look at the firefighters and the look on their faces. Oh, they do such a good job here. They look so scared. Just like, oh my God, settle down.
Yeah, once you told me that how she is, I didn't listen to it. I just watched it, and I obviously I watched the extended cut, which I think adds a little more gore, so that helps. But that whole firefighting scene's cool. It's not Michael Myers, but it's like I don't give a shit. But again, he's still. I think what I find fascinating about this portrayal is that is it Jude Courtney? Is that the guy who plays Michael?
James Jude Courtney.
Like he's doing his best to kind of ape off of Castle's like movements.
Yeah.
But they're having him do things that Carpenter would never have Michael do. So there's a weird awkwardness to all this. And again, I love it, but it's like he can't be super active in his movements. His shoulders have to be kind of stiff. So there's this weird way he like when he holds a firefighter up with the little, I don't know what the fuck that is, the little thing. It's awesome. Guy's bleeding, but he's like, his shoulders are like low and down because it's like, well, Michael can't look too into it. This isn't Zombies version. So it's not Jason, but he's having him do things like even in the beginning when he killed that one cop. What's his name? He's a cool dude.
David Cummings.
Yeah, Cummings. Like he basically runs at him. He basically tackles him, and I was like, oh, that's not really the Michael I know. And you know, but again, whoever that actor was does his best not to like, I think, be too active, not to have the Voorhees look. So it's just something I made note of this in this movie that Michael's doing these like over the top kills, but he's trying to act like Myers still, and it's a funny little disconnect.
Yeah, it doesn't. He's like a 60-year-old man, and he's lifting someone up and doing all this crazy shit because this film establishes Michael Myers gets stronger with each kill.
Can we say though, like in theory, I like that. Like that's actually what the Curse of Thorns should have been about. It's like he's cursed and like every time he kills, he gets stronger. Like it's stupid, but whatever. I mean, I'm very okay with it because you telling me that the 60-year-old man is human is just dumb. Because then the fucking bolt in the shoulder would have taken him off. His hand being blown off would have taken him off. And being hit in the face with the crowbar would have taken. It's like, okay, so he can't be old. Or I mean, he could be old, but he has to have some sort of spiritual strength. And this movie just completely steamrolls the first and goes like, oh no, actually, Myers is he's superhuman. I mean, with Lonnie and the extended cut, he like walks and then like goes over and it's like there's a house there, so he like teleports.
Yeah, doesn't make any sense. Which I'm sorry, but that doesn't happen in the first Halloween. It's always logical where he's at. David Gordon Green just is like trying to get moments without thinking of like any of the logic behind any of it all. It's why it's so much of that firefighter scene. It just seems so sloppy. The thing I remember in particular is when he stabs the guy and like lifts him up and like just his movement. It all feels so like wire work and sloppy
because he can't put himself into it. He has to have the stiff Michael Myers feel, and so it's like, well, that's stupid, but. You know, this movie is stupid. I mean, I think we both have to agree on that, right? I mean, this movie is stupid.
Oh, it's so stupid. I mean, if you think that fucking Tommy Doyle speech is anything except the dumbest thing in the world, but I buy into it because Anthony Michael Hall just fucking nails it.
Oh my God. He is so in tuned with this character and like what they're trying to represent. Like, it's amazing. I wish it made sense. Like, cause he's completely on point and everything. Like, I've never feel like he's stupid. He does stupid things. He says stupid things, but I believe it because Anthony Michael Hall isn't like cashing a check here. He's like fully invested in being Tommy Doyle. It's great.
Yeah.
In fact, my biggest complaint is Gordon Green once again watched the J-Leagues and said, "No, we should still kill him." Are you fucking stupid? Like, you saw that performance and said he doesn't need to be in kills. I mean, that alone just says that Gordon Green, I don't think, has the balls to change his well, I guess that's a lie because he changes part 3, but doesn't have, I guess, the smarts to see like, okay, this guy's working like Patton was in the first one. Let's not kill him off.
Yeah.
Like I was genuinely upset when he died in this when I first saw it, and every time I see him, like that's a really dumb directing decision.
Especially when you could just easily cut around it, get rid of that shot, so then you save him for the next movie.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
It's like they needed a cap off, but yeah, I don't like that element. And but did you notice that when they're at the bar, Night of the Living Dead is on the TV right before it switches over to the broadcast about Michael?
I did. I was like, oh, look at that.
There we go. We got our Night of the Living Dead. Nice little reference to Halloween 2.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm always about if I ever have a movie, it'll be on the TV.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on them sidelining Miss Laurie Strode? Though I do want to say, as much as you fucking hate Halloween 2 of Rob Zombie, look at how they bring that Laurie Strode in and how intense that scene is and how fucking weak and boring this one is when they're operating on her. I just want to bitch about that real quick. It didn't feel like that was like a big enough stab. Maybe I'm going off movie logic, but I feel like they made that wound worse in this movie where it didn't seem as intense. Am I just remembering that wrong? Like, I don't know. I feel like they sidelined her in a way they didn't need to.
I mean, they're holding her guts together at the end of the first movie. Like she's bleeding out in the truck. I think it's makes enough sense to me. I'm not too crazy with it. Like that's not an element that I have an issue with. I definitely have an issue with her just being sidelined. But like I've seen other people point out, 2018 was Laurie's movie. The second movie was Kills is Judy Greer's movie, and then Ends is Andy Matichak's movie. They do get technically the most screen time, cuts up that way. Though I mean I don't agree with it because it's like they completely torpedo Allison's character, and like Judy Greer, she lost her husband, and I feel like I don't even feel that in this film.
No.
There's that one moment where she's like washing off, which I like. David Gordon Green does a good job of you don't have to do it through exposition. She's just washing her hands off. And then like, it's her wedding ring that she also has to wash off the blood. It's like, that's a good visual moment of like getting the point across that without being like, oh, I miss my husband.
Yeah, it should have been a plot point in this, but this movie again doesn't seem to understand any sort of reasoning behind what they do because, well, as we'll talk about in Ends, Jamie Lee Curtis is actually nicer in that one than this. She seems more calm. So it's like Greer should have been on a darker path in this. But I don't, like I said before, I don't know if I even like Judy Greer as an actress. I don't know because I think she's terrible in this. Maybe it's Gordon Green's directing, but the way she does it is so like, I don't know, like old momish. She's like, oh dear. I don't know. I'm not vibing with her.
I liked her in this one. I didn't like her in 2018, but I
like her in this one.
Yeah.
Come get your mask, Michael. I'm like, oh, come on.
She's my connection to the Penguin Man. She gets that nice little moment with the Penguin Man.
I know it's not you.
Fucking the whole thing with the Penguin Man, it's fucking amazing. Like he gets in the back of this black couple's car, and then he steals their car, and then he fucking crashes it. Like there's so much with it where it's just like, what in the world? And then he fucking just tries to go get help at the emergency room, and then all these people are just like, oh, we want to kill you. And he's just like this crazy old man that probably just was looking for help because he got in an accident and doesn't understand why people are going after him.
But everybody goes from 0 to 10 so quickly. Like again, idea of a mob rule and the town being sick of it, doesn't make sense here. But the fact that they all just go to kill this old man, and it's so uber serious, but it's so silly. It is like how he looks, how it's framed, how it's shot. I keep saying Penguin because he like moves like fucking DeVito. And then immediately Charles Cypher's like, he's turning us into monsters. It's like, guys, it's been like 8 minutes from the beginning of the mob getting together and you kill this guy, and there's already a revelation of like, look what we're doing.
Yeah. Like why? Like, can they? Yeah, they go to just 0 to 10 out of nowhere, especially in the hospital itself. There's even doctors and nurses who are like trying to fucking break through the window and shit. You're like, what the fuck? This is your place of business. There's no way you would be acting like this.
Yeah, and the guy kills himself, and I think one of the best parts is like the cowboy hat guy, who I thought would have anything to have more to do in this series, does nothing. He has his hats off, and he's like, he has this look of regret, and he's like questioning it. It's like, dude, this feels like an arc after like 3 movies of things happening, and like we just wrapped up this thing right away. It's like, well, you know, we can't be the monster that he's turning us into. It's like, you guys just flipped out for fucking 10 minutes. What are we doing here?
Yeah. One thing I do like about all that is Jamie Lee Curtis is like, it's not him. She even has some fucking hilarious line. She's like, you fucking sheep, it's not him.
Nobody listens.
Like, but you know, the person that does listen, Tommy, as soon as he hears from Laurie that that's not Michael, he's like immediately switches into, that's not Michael. He trusts Laurie that implicitly, where then it made me go, I want more Laurie and Tommy interactions. Why couldn't they be off like doing some shit?
Tommy should have been the first movie.
Yeah.
Because again, I don't like that they established that she's a loner and that people in the town think she's crazy. Yet in this movie, they're like, actually, there's a handful of people that not only believe her, but seem to celebrate her survival.
Yeah, and love her.
So it's like, okay, then Tommy should have been visiting her. We could redo the first movie a lot.
I mean, Ends then definitely establishes that Lindsay also cares for her and is like keeping tabs on her. So it's like, what the fuck? Why are they treating this like she's this big loner who's out in the woods when, like, no, if anything, I bet Tommy helped her with some of these traps.
Exactly. And you know, I mean, we all want Michael Hall, so they just didn't think this through. But it would have then established more of the town being sort of affected. Again, I still wouldn't be earned because I in no way am going to ever buy 3 teenagers getting killed in the 70s is going to affect the town in 2025. Or 2022. It doesn't exist. But at least it would do some lifting. It would be at least them trying. Where this movie, it's like all these characters existing here just contradict what I saw before.
Yeah.
Because Doyle would easily be involved in Laurie's life. He's toasting her.
I mean, this is such a poorly written trilogy where every new film then just establishes different things and like takes away elements that we then found out in the prior film, or like just ruins. That's why, because we mentioned in the last movie of how universally loved 2018 was, but then after the trilogy ended, suddenly it was like more of a divisive and mixed bag. Mm-hmm. Like, it's because they fucked up with each subsequent movie in terms of connecting it with the one before it. And so it's like, yeah, you're not, if, you know, people love like the Lord of the Rings trilogy because every movie is absolutely incredible. Guess what? As good as Fellowship could have, like, as good as Fellowship is, if Return of the King shat the bed, then guess what? Fellowship wouldn't be considered as great as it is. Because you have to stick the landing with this stuff, which when this was established right from the onset of like, no, we're making a trilogy. We're making a new Halloween trilogy. Because I remember.
Dates and the titles, remember?
Yeah. But it was weird because it was like, 2018 felt very definitive when it ended. So it was like, they're making a trilogy off of this? Okay, I guess we'll see where they go with it. They must have shit really planned out. And then you find out, it's like, no, they didn't plan out anything. They're just fucking flying by the seat of their pants. Finding out from journalists and shit of like, hey, where's Tommy Doyle at? Really curious about him. And them having a light bulb moment going, yeah, I guess we should involve him. He'll be on the next one. It's like, then maybe make sense as to why he wasn't in 2018.
Yeah. So you're right. Here's the thing. I don't believe everything needs to be planned out exactly, just because as we talk about watching a movie, we've seen directors be like, you know what? I want to kill off this character, but I really actually, like, the actor came in, blew me away. Like, so I'm okay with them tweaking, but the problem is it's not like they tweaked in the wrong direction. They just didn't think anything through, which is strange because these aren't heavily detailed. There's not a lot of heavy mythology. It's this is like a page. Like, okay, it's X amount of years later. Laurie's kind of crazy. The murders happened. The town lost in industry, and then maybe like they became poor, and now Haddonfield is like Gary, Indiana, where it's kind of a ghetto, and she's crazy, and the town is like bitter and shit like that. And like, you know, like thematically you could think this out, but the thing is they didn't even think out thematically. So yeah, so then when they put in Tommy, he's like, well, Tommy's Laurie's companion, and he trusts her, and he gives a speech every year. It's like, yeah, but then why the fuck wasn't he in the first one? So like, why didn't you have Tommy coming back to town? Or, you know, just there's so many different ways to just do this and not completely shit the bed. Like listen, I'm going to say this. There's no fixing any of this. I didn't like where they started. I didn't like the whole, you know, we're going to make Jason human, and it's going to be less violent, and it's going to be more, it's like, fuck off. Like that annoys me. But then they completely just ignore that. So it's even the things that they were bragging about with the first one, they changed, which is good for me because I don't want a boring movie. But like this Michael Myers is not the one from 2018. I mean, that one like was violent, but he wasn't going out of his way. You know, like there's parts in this where I'm like, cool, but you know, is that really Michael Myers? Are you sure that's not Voorhees?
Yeah, this Michael has a bit of bloodlust. What's your opinion on Big John, Little John?
Yeah, I mean, they're fine. They're kind of charming. It's. I mean, tonally, it doesn't fit the movie at all because they're like kind of aware and cute. But I also find them like, how about this? I don't think they're great in this movie, but I do like that section because I think it's charming. I think like maybe that should have been the tone for the whole series, like a little more playful. Yeah. I like that Big John grabs Little Knife and Little John grabs a big knife. I was like, that's a cute little thing, you know?
Yeah.
Him smoking weed and like dancing. Like I do that sometimes. Yeah. I mean, minus the weed, but I'll have a drink and like dance alone, you know?
Yeah. And like him putting on like records and shit. Yeah. Like it's just fun. And they're watching like old cartoons at one point. It's like, this is where I want to stay with. Like, this seems like a fun movie. It's
a fun vibe. It's because everything else is so incredibly hilariously serious that section is always kind of strange. But you know what? Maybe it was the extended version that I watched. But is the guy with the beard? Is that Little John? Yeah, it's Little John, right? Or no, it's Big John.
No, So Little John is the tall one. That's Michael McDonald, and then Little John or Big John is then the smaller guy who's like got no beard.
Okay. So the beard guy is Little John.
Wait, there's no beard. Neither.
Well, there's the guy from Mad TV. How about that? Let's decide that. Mad TV guy. Which one is he?
He is Little John.
Okay. So Big John's kill with the eyes, I thought was amazing, and I don't remember again. Probably extended version, but Michael digs the eyes out of his skull, and I was like, "Oh, that's lovely." I go, "That's a great little kill."
Yeah, I like that one. Though it's fucking, we get like I assume they're the Mulaney's, like those kids. I assume that's like the connection to like these shithead kids, and then they were the shithead kids from the flashback with the kid.
Oh,
with I assume they're part of that same family. But if you're going to bring the Mulaney's back, they should be the little shitheads who are giving Corey Cunningham shit in the next movie. That's when you do the Mulaney's.
Were the Mulaney's ever in anything else?
No,
like, were they mentioned in the first one? Because
this is new.
Okay. Now, this just could be because of my age and the music I grew up on, but the way they said it reminded me a lot of Billy Madison. Yeah. Do you remember, was it I forget the name.
O'Doyle's.
Yeah, right?
O'Doyle rules. Yeah.
Like, it just had that vibe. Like, I listen, maybe I'm laughing and I shouldn't be, but I was like, I can't separate that. So just had that. It's just strange to me.
Yeah.
And going back to how I hate how these movies look. What's going on outside, man? Like, I know you're saying shelled up the field and I understand that, but like how this fucking movie is lit for the most part, it's like everything is so, I don't know, like if a car commercial had like a Halloween version, you know, like when like they do like themes for like the holidays and they try to be like, make it serious, but it still has that like very evenly lit look. Mm-hmm. There's something about this. And every shot outside bothers me. Every single shot. It looks really, really flat. Why is that, Tyler? Please explain to me. Like I can't understand why these movies look like this.
I mean, I can explain for some of the outdoor shots because some of them are a lot like any of the ones that are set at the Myers house. It's all on a set.
So it's essentially it's like it is like stage lighting then, right? I mean, TV lighting where
Yeah.
like like it's not not that it needs to be real, but there's just something that bothers me, and I don't want to harken this too long because it was something I mentioned in the last review. I just want to say though, I hate how all these movies look. I hate them to death. Even all the cool kills. It's like I wish this was filmed on 60 millimeter or I don't know, use the fucking camera from any other movie, dude. If they use a camera from 5, I'd been fine.
I don't mind the lighting and when Michael kills the people in the car at the playground. I don't mind the lighting there. Seems like there's
No.
like mostly being lit by like a street light.
No. I'll give you that. That lighting actually isn't bad. The problem with that scene though is I think I'm supposed to not. I assume the intention was not for me to think that everybody's a moron,
Dude.
but
yeah, he
everybody there does
requires-
the dumbest things ever, and I'm just like, it's kind of hilarious. It's kind of like my favorite part. The fact that everybody just immediately becomes stupid and does the most asinine things to keep yourselves alive. Like Marion just shooting like windows.
Yeah, shooting, and then she finally has a shot on him, and she doesn't have fucking bullets because it's like you're not paying attention to how many bullets you're shooting to then
But
be
she's just
ready
shooting
for a reload.
randomly.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
And the fact that like they stayed in the car, but Lindsay then walked like a quarter of a mile to the playground. Like she's kind of far away. I'm just everything about this. I mean, they should have rolled down the windows, honked 3 times, but kids, you got to go. And the kids also being like, there's a guy watching us and just being, I don't know, it's like a little too fucking cutesy, regardless if that's real or not. That's how kids talk. The tone just contradicts what they're going for. It should be like, nah, we're good. It's like, there's people dead. And then they see the mask and run. But the fact that they're like, there's a guy over there that keeps fucking popping in and out. It's like, you're a little old to be chilling with that. I don't know. I don't like that. I don't like that.
I like then it cuts over and it shows the bloody Halloween 3
Yes.
mask where it's like, ooh, Michael killed that kid. Good for him.
Yeah, he does. He's big into killing kids in this series, huh? He killed the dancer in part 1.
Yeah.
Clearly, that kid's dead.
Yeah, which is we've already established early in the other movies. Michael doesn't really go after kids usually.
No.
So this is yet another like a strange, I don't know. So like, I don't know. It's just not what the character is. So they yet again lends into the David Gordon Green not quite understanding the character of Michael Myers.
He wants to be Jason because, like I said earlier, and I love the kills because I think that's what makes me so fun. But there are definitely people who would have survived because Michael wouldn't have bothered them. And I think in part 2, when he goes and gets the knife and he leaves that old lady with the hair curlers alive, it's like, sure, that would have been a fun kill, but it wasn't really his thing. He was passing through.
Yeah.
Though, the people in the car all deserve to die. But can we talk about this? They brought back the nurse. They brought back Marion.
Just to die.
Just to die.
Like, yeah.
But
Like,
to
this
die
is
foolishly. What's the point?
the 40, like they die by like the 50-minute mark where it's like, why bring them back for this?
And they didn't do anything. Like they really, I mean, this part of the movie is the beginning. It's just they're cutting around it, but it doesn't to bring these characters back to them to die. It would be fine if they accomplish something, if they move the plot forward. But all this plot is everybody drives around, stays in the car, and then does everything they can not to survive. Even the girl shooting, it's like,
dude, it's like the funniest moment of the movie where Michael kicks the door
Kicks the
open
door.
and she shoots herself. Like, oh, you dumbass.
I mean, how do you make that serious? Because again, she has I love the fact that there's a Desert Eagle, like one of the fucking 50 caliber guns. It's kind of hard to shoot, not something easy to do. And the fact that she's taking shots before just everything about it. It's like, you could argue, she doesn't know how to use a gun, but it's like, yes, but then you're just making the character look dumb.
Yeah.
Like every character here looks dumb. And it's like, I don't think you should be making them look this incompetent.
Yeah, this could have been a real scary scene, something that really hit hard, and instead, because of the whole concept of Michael attacking them while they're in the car, like it could definitely be scary. So you get the callbacks to the original film with him being on top of the car and him even breaking the window in the same way. But then, it's the character actions that just immediately turn everything upside down and make it so stupid.
Everybody was literally yelling at Marion as she was swinging the gun to be careful. So they're establishing that she's being erratic, which that's an attention killer. Because it's like, well, I'm not scared she's going to shoot you. You wouldn't have that in the movie, but you're just telling me that this character is dumb. And it's like, oh, wait, I'm supposed to be like, I'm supposed to feel tenseness right now. Why would you do that? It's like,
no. I'm actually going to say something controversial here. I think that Kyle Richards is one of the better actors in this film, and the character actually uses her smarts a bit. Little Lindsay Wallace.
She does.
I really like her in this, which she's like a real housewife.
No, yeah, she hits him with the bricks. She runs away. She hides. She's doing smart things, and then the movie doesn't use her again, and then the sequel doesn't use her. So it's like, what are we doing here?
Yeah,
like you're bringing back all these people. Like, exactly. Like I don't mind this. She's hiding behind the tree. She's holding her mouth. Things that I'm like, okay, that's smart. Breathing, keeping your breathing low, and everything else. But it
is interesting though that Michael doesn't like pursue her further. Like he just kind of gives up. You wouldn't, because you would think that there would then be something that draws his attention away, but we don't get that.
Yeah, he's just like, I'm good.
Like, this old bitch, I don't need to go after her anymore. Like whatever. Like I already killed enough people here. I'm already feeling satiated. I'll find someone else to kill.
But then he doesn't.
If anything, he just goes back to his house.
Well, no, he sets up like all the bodies, so it's like he's going to spend 15 minutes there anyway.
Yeah, so that's true. Maybe he was going back, set up the bodies, and seeing if she would make a mistake, see if she would appear again. Which thankfully she then like didn't appear. So then he's like, fuck it.
He just goes back home.
Which go back home, look out the window.
Like again, why that? You know, I know the thought of like, it's so creepy if a man just stares out the window. It's like, yeah, but there's creepier things about Michael Myers. So that being a big motivation is really, really, really dumb. And they just treat it like this big thing. I wonder what he's looking at out there. He's like, well, Haddonfield where nothing happens. Also, I hate to be this guy, but you notice that like, obviously there's hills because Haddonfield like goes like up towards like the tower. Mm-hmm. And it's like, dude, it's Illinois. It's a flat state. Come on, man. That's all.
No, they filmed this in North Carolina, so they had hills to utilize.
Which, you know, all the other movies like basically make that mistake. I'm less tolerant because I'm like, dude, we're in like the 2020s. Come on, man. Be better.
Yeah. I just think he didn't give much of a shit.
What do you think of who I like in this? Though they don't do anything with him and he's an idiot like everybody else, but the guy who is in all the Flanagan stuff. He's playing Lonnie.
Robert Longstreet is Lonnie.
Yes. I don't do anything with him, makes dumb decisions, but like I like that actor and I like how he portrays him. He just seems like a sweet dude.
I always like him. His connections are dumb, and why even make him Lonnie? That's like the whole reason they introduced the Mulaney's in that flashback, because David Gordon Green mentions it in the commentary. Where he's like, well, Lonnie's such a piece of shit in the first film that then we need like people to be even bigger pieces of shit. So you can feel sorry for Lonnie since then we're bringing him back later. It's just like,
but do you?
Or just introduce a different character or use Lindsay in that role or do something different.
I mean, he was like a kid, right? In the first one, it's like, I could believe that a kid grows up to be a normal adult and not a piece of shit. I mean, it's just, you're just, the fact that they're using the name, it's just like, it's a callback for the sake of it. It's like, oh, they mentioned the name in the first one. You know, we have Lonnie. So it's like, who gives it? I don't know. I think it's stupid.
Yeah. That way you can be like, remember when Loomis is like, Lonnie, get the hell away from there.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I don't know. It's all dumb.
Yeah. I actually got kind of emotional during the whole Penguin Man scene. I really felt for him. It's like he's just showing up to the emergency room to get help, and then these people turn on him, and he's like, the actor does a good job. He's like, fucking, it's just like a sad moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. I mean, it doesn't fit in this movie in any way, and it's kind of such a detour where it's like I would have cut it completely if I was actually editing this film, make things a little more streamlined. But as an emotional beat, I actually quite liked it this time.
Okay. I mean, I find it kind of funny how it's filmed, but fair enough. I mean, I don't know, when he looks out the window, like before he's going to jump, I mean, I think that's super corny. Again, I don't blame the actor. I don't think the actor does. I don't think anybody does bad. I think Gordon Green, the way he shoots this stuff, like there's a couple of zooms that are weird. I just think it's so overly sentimental. I don't know, but I think that's kind of why this movie's so great, is because everybody is like treating this like this epic drama, but then they were doing all these like outrageous kills.
There's stuff. I mean, even like Oscar's mom, the Oscar from the first film, she like finds his dead body. There's like a zoom in on her and then a zoom in on his dead body. Like, I like Oscar? That. The kid who gets the fence through his...
the guy who looks like Foggy.
Yeah, it looks like Foggy Nelson. It's like I like that of her finding, because she like is initially comes into the hospital and she's like, I'm looking for my son. Is he here? Is he here? And then she fucking literally, which would never happen, of like her seeing her son like in the morgue and like his dead body. Like he'd probably be covered by a sheet, but it's like, no, we had to make sure that she could see it in full view. And it's like, aw, her baby boy.
I mean, that's, yeah, I wish a better director was dealing with all these kind of deeper, darker themes. Not Gordon Green.
You really dislike David Gordon Green.
I mean, I don't really have any experience with him outside of this series, but yeah, I think he ruins everything. I mean, the penguin jumping, it's like, we do this like close up and it's like a beautiful shot and the hair is blowing and then the crowd rushes in. It's like, that would be good if you didn't fucking fit, like squeeze in the movie that doesn't make any sense, make all the actions dumb, you know? Even the POV shot where the penguin's falling down, I'm like, that's cool. But then immediately, Charles Cypher's like, we're turning the monsters. Michael's doing this to us. It's like, oh, he's not. He's not at all, actually. You just all decided to fucking be completely crazy and out of character.
Yeah, he
I would like to see the movie where
moment.
This makes sense.
Yeah, he undercuts every decent emotional moment with like something that doesn't make sense or something that's like humorous, unintentionally humorous.
He loves the idea of all this stuff, but he doesn't earn it. And when you don't earn it, like it just comes off silly. That's the that whole series, this whole David Gordon Green series is him not earning anything. Because also it's like Charles Cypher's in this, and you're not going to really use him. Yeah. Like, and then kill him. It's the same shit. Where it's like, why is he back? Like, what are we doing here? Why?
So he could say that line. We're all entitled to one good scare.
And it's such a trailer line. It doesn't even make sense in the scene. Oh.
Especially because it's like, wait, are you calling back to what you said to Lori way back in the day? Or is this just something you say?
It's something he says.
Yeah, it has to be. Because like, why would he remember something that was said 40 years ago? It's like, that just must be something he says to people.
Well, I think we both know because it's a member berry. That's all this is. Remember when he said this?
Yeah, which fucking you really don't need that kind of thing in a movie like this. But
no,
that happens. That happens a lot. Fucking, what are you waiting for? That's always my example now.
Dumbest thing. And in this movie, it's even worse because one, just the way she was situated, Matichek on the ground, she wouldn't have saw her mom. But essentially, the I don't say plan because clearly it just happened out of nowhere. But the big thing was she was going to stick a pitchfork in the back of Michael Myers' back, a guy that has been taking gunshots like nothing. Yeah. I mean, so many more brutal and heavier ways to take him down if not worked. But the pitchfork in the back, which she's like, what are you waiting for? To stick the pitchfork in? It's like, what? She wouldn't have been waiting. She would have fucking done that real quick. Your knife was at your daughter's throat. The big reveal is a pitchfork. I've never seen a pitchfork. I'm from Illinois. I'm not saying they don't exist. I'm just saying I don't think this town has pitchforks.
It's so it was a callback to Halloween 5.
Why 100%. Would we be calling back to Halloween 5?
Because that's all anything is in this movie is like that. And any fucking Gordon Green, he loves doing these little callbacks.
I mean, it's the stupidest thing in the movie. What are you waiting for? And also, it's like, Michael.
No. She says, I think she says, do it. Do it.
Yes. Then
what are you waiting for?
Right?
I know what you did. I don't know.
I'm fast forwarding. I think she says it. Hold on. I want to know because I'm pretty sure she says it because it's really dumb. Though, as Michael walks down the stairs and goes out his way to like brutally break her ex, or I shouldn't say ex because she forgives him right away, her boyfriend's neck, I think is actually fantastic and hilarious because it's so mean spirited. It's so not the Michael we were raised on.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's so fucking mean. And one also like that whole time Allison's like trying to get him down the stairs to get away from her boyfriend, and it's like her big plan once he's down the stairs is to try and stab Michael.
Exactly.
And she says, "I just listened. It's do it.
Do it.
She's just like, do it, and then she turns to fucking Judy Greer. She's like, do it.
But again, Michael. Now let's say this: her boyfriend isn't very big, but I would bet he's stronger than her, right? Michael grabbed him in 4 seconds, just had knifed him. So it's like I know she has plot armor, but her big, like you said, her big plan was to have essentially a mano a mano with a short ranged weapon against a guy who's ever since the word like
killed a bunch of firefighters.
That's what I'm saying. Where I'm like, it doesn't make. And also, when Judy Greer takes his mask. And we see way too much of his face, right? The Michael in this movie would have walked 4 steps, come back, and broke her neck, crushed her face. He would have finished her off. He wouldn't have let her live. Because we've established Michael, it's not she disappears and runs away. Like, she's like, Mom, and he like continues to walk. Where I'm like, no.
He needs his mask.
Michael's not that guy.
They've established, though, that he wants his fucking mask.
I think he would have come back and just give her a quick little kill. He's like right there. He could have done both. He could have done both.
I mean, you never know. I mean, he may have. He was back in the house, so maybe that was him coming back. He was just like, "Oh, I know that bitch is back there. I'm gonna go there, get that house."
I mean, maybe. But then him walking with his horseshoe haircut, and oh man, I don't know.
I don't mind that. Michael's.
I know you don't.
He's gonna look old.
I don't want to look old. Don't show me his face.
He's 60.
Show me his shoulders and below. That's it. Frame it differently, really. That we're seeing way too much of this. But yeah, he walks and gets his mask. And again, I mean, the plan in theory, I actually really like. I love the fact that they're all waiting for him. I think that's awesome. But I feel like a quick conversation with the townsfolk. I'm like, okay, he's coming this way. We need to all be we need to corner him where they kind of pull out and then shoot towards him when people behind him. I don't know. Listen, it's stupid.
I mean, the whole shooting, they have terrible like gun etiquette. Like you're shooting and there's someone right behind him in this. Like, what if it just goes through and you get someone else? What's wrong with you?
Well, why didn't they just start off and just empty all their guns? Yeah, like that's the first thing, because I think they go for like these like blunt weapons, and I don't think that's. I don't know. I guess you could argue, well, they don't know, but it's like, but you've also established this town's haunted.
Once he's on the ground after Judy Greer has stabbed him, that's when you just fucking take guns and go,
yes,
shoot the shit out of him. Instead, they give him every opportunity, which, I mean, based on the montage we get, which I've always hated this fucking montage where it's like weirdly lit and it's all like
it's clearly in a different space. It's like,
slow motion staged. Yeah. But based on that montage, they all just went after him one by one. Like they didn't do any gang up on him. It's like, no, we're going to go in like it's a Power Rangers TV show. Like,
and they don't get rid of, I mean, everything's stupid. Everything's stupid. The fact that nobody goes for like the big truck to run him over. There's just so many things here that I like the way Michael Myers gets out of this doesn't make any sense. It's like, cause he's weak. He's weakened. His hand shakes. And then he just decides to get up and it's an old fighting movie, by one.
You want to talk about what makes even less sense in this is this film establishes, and it's further established in the next one, Michael gains strength from killing people. So why the fuck? Yeah, he gets beaten down here, but he kills enough people because he kills like fucking 17 people in this little montage thing. That should have he should be, if not 100%, 110%. He should be way juiced up again. And then he goes and kills Judy Greer. So why the fuck is he then taking refuge in a sewer in a weakened state? Makes no sense.
No, it doesn't make any sense. Because he wasn't killing people in prison either, in the mental institution at Smith's Grove. And he was just kind of hanging out. So his minimum should be that, which is still strong. So no, I mean, we'll get to Ends. Ends is a whole contradiction of this one, but yes, it's a cool little, I don't mind him killing everybody. I mean, I kind of agree with you. It's a little too stylized in a way that I just don't think fits, but Again, a better director could have done this better. I think if it was
Feels like
grittier.
you're talking about a commercial, though. It feels like a commercial. It feels like a Nike commercial with how it's shot.
Yeah, it's a car commercial. This whole movie is a cinematography of a car commercial. All these outside shots suck. It's like, yeah, I wish it would have. They should have surrounded him, and he should have just killed him outright. That's the only way this could have worked. Like, shot him a couple times, stabs guy, like essentially make him like, oh my God, we thought that we could corner a god and we couldn't. But them getting him down the ground in Weekend to me is stupid, because him getting back up makes no sense. And him going back home in front of all the cops, even if he is sly, it's like, I don't know. I find that to be really dumb. Like, the whole Judy Greer thing doesn't make any sense to me. I don't get it. I thought it was fun that they killed her just because I'm like, oh, that's ballsy. But I mean, the cops are everywhere outside the house.
Makes no sense. He snuck in the back door.
And it's like, yeah, I mean, I guess that's fair enough. I mean, again, them killing her off, it's like, okay, that's fun, but what was the point of her character again? I feel like a lot of this is like, this would be fun. It's like, yeah, but will it make sense overall?
I mean, I would say that the point of her death is to then give Laurie a mission, give her even more of a revenge mission to go on. Except, oops, never mind. That's not the case.
It,
yeah, they retcon it because they change it. Originally, like the extended version, which I should say the extended ending is the OG ending that David Gordon Green changed after the fact, which is Laurie walking down the hospital hallway. And
okay, that was the one we saw when it first aired, right? Or no?
He just changed. It was the OG ending until like a couple weeks before the release. He decided to change it right before. But no, it's always been the extended ending, and then because he mentioned about it. He mentioned like it was even upon release. It was like, oh, the extended one will have this thing and that thing, and the ending will be just a little bit different. It's what we were originally going to do, and then we decided to do something else to set up for the next film better. It's like, okay then.
Because they decided, because this third one's going to take place in the same night. It was going to be a direct continuation of this one, I believe. That's what I was told.
Yes.
And then they decided to change it completely, do a time jump, and essentially retcon this movie. I mean, not the whole movie, but like retcon the whole point.
Yeah.
Because Laurie is now happy.
Yep. And doesn't give a shit that her daughter died. She's like, gotta move on.
She cared more about her friends that she knew for 3 years than her own daughter.
Yeah, her high school friends who chances are, because she was like the nerdy one with the popular girls. Like, I'm guaranteed those like Annie and Linda didn't treat her great at different times. Like,
they wouldn't be lifelong friends.
Yeah, not at all. They would have fallen off in college anyway. So it's like, but they're more important than her own daughter. Their own daughter that she was trying to get back, and they finally had connected right before her death.
And her dying, she's like, listen, we can't hold on to the past. We gotta grow and move on. That's the lesson she learns from her daughter's death, as opposed to that same lesson in 2018 where it's like, grandma. Also, I didn't mention this the first one, but I noticed in this one I got to bring up the fact that everybody calls her grandmother and she refers to herself as grandmother is so weird to me. I've never heard that. Like, she goes, I'm the grandmother. And it's like, whoa, is grandmother coming? I listen, maybe I'm being picky, but I swear to God, people call your grandmother grandma or some other name. Like, mine was Nana, but I've never heard grandmother.
Never. Fucking strange. I don't understand that kind of like them trying to be quirky. But then we're gonna find out in some interview where it's like, oh yeah, Danny McBride calls his grandmother
grandmother. Yeah, grandmother. I'm the grandmother. Is grandmother okay? So, whatever. Yeah, this was a really dumb movie, but it's super violent, and I gotta be honest, I think all the kills are great. Like, these are the kills I want in these movies now, because you can't recreate the first. I mean, I've said that before.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna do these kinds of kills, you may as well show them rather than cut away. Show us just aftermath, which we do get a little bit. Like, we don't see Robert Longstreet's death, unfortunately.
No, but there's enough here where I feel satiated. You know, the doctor in the car gets a knife in the eye. Yeah. Again, not Michael Myers at all. It's very Jason Voorhees, but the couple, the old dude, I think it's Uncle Teddy from Rescue Me, and his wife. Like her getting the light bulb stabbed in the neck and then him getting different knives in his back where Michael's trying him out. I think that's awesome. It's not Michael, but I still like it, you know? That's Voorhees thing.
Yeah,
And her
Teddy
living,
from
though,
Rescue
I don't
Me.
like.
That's my favorite death.
Which one?
Teddy from Rescue Me.
Yes,
That's my
yeah.
favorite death because he gets he gets his head pulled onto the shard, like broken shard of glass. Then he gets propped up on the table and stabbed a bunch
He
in
actually
front of his
tries out.
dying wife, or seemingly dying. Yeah, as you say, she survived that somehow.
Yeah, it's dumb because that's a cool kill and it's so mean spirited as she's like bleeding out to death. Watch your husband get basically stabbed with different knives. But again, Gordon Green decides that she lives, but Tommy Doyle couldn't have. You know, we fucking ran over Will Patton with a car after slices jugular, and we're like, he's fine. I mean, come on. The fact that Hull is not in Ends, even though it's probably for the best, as bad as that movie gets, it just shows me it's like why what's his decision making here? Why does this guy die but she gets to live?
Yeah, I mean, you have Tommy Doyle in Ends, and he's the one who's like, no, we got to be fucking worried about Michael. Laurie, get your head out of your ass. Why are you doing this?
Yes, exactly. He becomes the Strode character, paranoid, and it's a time jump, so he's you know, a little scarred up and weird. And she's like, no, you know what? I gotta move on. I gotta move on. And he's like, no, you don't. Your daughter's dead. You need to be tougher than that. You know, exactly. Have that cool little juxtaposition of like him training and getting guns, and she being like, listen, you got to slow the fuck down. This guy is not coming back. Though that wouldn't make any sense because they didn't catch him. So the fact that she's just like, hey, he could be anywhere. It's like, but it's going to be here though.
Yeah. Like he's definitely stuck around here. And also like, because Michael loves looking out that window. Are you telling me that he killed Judy Greer and then he just left?
His favorite window.
Yeah, his favorite window. We've already established that he loves that fucking house and will just hang out there. Like, why would he not have?
That house would be like condemned after the murder, and he wouldn't be in a pipe. He'd be in that fucking house. Look at that window.
Yeah, why don't you fucking like? That's how you do it. You start Halloween Ends rather than we getting Corey Cunningham babysitting. You started off with like the cops find Michael in that house, and there's like this big standoff. Michael barely escapes with his life. Or then it's like, oh, now it makes sense as to why he's in the sewer.
Mm-hmm. Wounded. They shoot him like 60 times, kills a couple cops. Yeah. They lose him during a chase. Rainstorm happens. He fucking crawls into a pipe.
Yeah. Falls over the bridge.
Goes into another rapid. There's more rapids and he gets in the pipe. There we go. Boom.
Yeah. It gets taken into the sewer. We find out that way. He just gets like sucked into a little sewer pipe. Oh, we've improved Halloween Ends just from bullshitting.
I'm not really looking forward to that one, guys.
Oh my God, me neither. At least I'm hoping the commentary at least holds up. I've already watched the movie and fucking hated it again, but I'm hoping that with commentary it gives me some insight into some stuff. Hopefully I'll not hate Rowan Campbell anymore. We'll see. So I think it's David Gordon Green, Rowan Campbell, and Andy Matichak on that commentary. So
I don't hate the actor. I just think the character's really dumb, and the fact that they would shoehorn that into the third entry in a revenge trilogy is the biggest what the fuck I've seen in many years, honestly.
Yeah. It's completely destroyed any faith that I have in David Gordon Green as a writer and director, because anyone that does that kind of thing, I'm like, nope, you've completely broken my trust in every single way. It's like, yeah, you're making a revenge trilogy that then we get 10 minutes of revenge. But we will get into that in the next episode. What's your rating for Halloween Kills?
There's a big asterisk. Sometimes I mumble about this movie, though, because it's not a good movie. I think it's super stupid and dumb, but I actually get a lot of enjoyment out of it being dumb. It's the best case scenario. If it's not going to be good, this is kind of what I want. So I actually think 3 stars. But that's not the same 3 stars as a good Halloween movie. So this has to be in its own category. Like, I like this. I think this is fun, but I'm laughing at it a lot more than I'm laughing with it. So.
Yeah, I get that. I would probably go 2.5 stars. It's
funny. This entire talk, this whole fucking franchise chat, we've never been that far off. Outside of the zombie stuff, it's like we're usually a 0.5 star. You notice it?
Yeah, the zombie ones are a pretty massive shift, and then same with H2O. But yeah, otherwise we've been within a half pretty consistently.
Yeah.
Which is, yeah, it just shows we have very similar thoughts on the franchise, like outside of the zombie films. It's really the post 1998, other than Resurrection, that you know, there's just a lot of sketchiness that's going on there. Super inconsistent. That's why I let it be dead and buried. I don't need any more Halloween movies after this. It's like we've had it. It's been started and stopped and restarted so many times, and we've gotten multiple legacy sequels at this point. We've gotten the remake. Like I don't need any more Michael. Let's here's a crazy concept. Let's create new characters, new slasher villains that then you can have them do similar things to Michael. Just don't have it be Michael. If I can do something new.
Yeah, no. I actually don't think you're a big fan, but outside of the sequel, I enjoy the Hatchet series, because if I'm not going to get Jason Voorhees, just give me some quick little mythology, another guy going around and ripping people's faces off and killing them. Like I'm okay with stuff like that. I actually prefer it, because I these kind of sequels, I'm not saying it hurts the legacy, but it, when you keep adding bad shit on to something, then it does make it uneven. Then I got to say, like, well, I like Halloween except for this, and this, where it's like, well, maybe I don't. Maybe I just like some Halloween movies.
Yeah, after doing this franchise chat, I don't even think I can say I like the Halloween franchise. There's a lot more duds than successes, so it's been very eye-opening. But hey, we have one more film left in our, what has this been, 12 movie series. So many going through these, but yeah, we've pretty much done it. Thank you guys so much for listening. We will see you in our big finale before we'll obviously do a ranking episode too, but we've got Halloween Ends next. So, oh boy, it's going to be a mess. Hope you enjoy it, and we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.